Hey, guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. Guys, I hope you have a great holiday weekend, Halloween weekend. I keep calling it a holiday weekend, but I don't know if Halloween is a holiday, whatever. It's not the point. I know a lot of people love Halloween. I have a weird story about Halloween because my grandmother passed just like a couple days before, and we used to go there when I was little, and she would always make me stick my hand in this little pot of dry ice, and then she would go, "Wow," and I would freak out. And then after she passed away, it wasn't as special. So then for the longest time, I refused to dress up. So today I'm dressing up as, well, I'll post a photo, but that's not what we're back to talk about. And I know today's not Halloween, but we're going to like a Halloween neighborhood thing, whatever. All right, we're back to talk about the fact that Ramona is now, Bethany was right. Ramona now is reportedly being fired from the next season following an investigation into her wrongdoings when it comes to Eboni K. Williams. Now, we have all the details on that. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we know the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 13 reunion was canceled and it was pushed back like twice, and we were wondering what's going on. And then we heard, well, they didn't have enough advertisers for the franchise, but I wasn't buying that because I'm thinking in my head, even if they didn't have enough, I feel like the network would have covered the expenses because it's still one of their franchises and they don't want to look like the franchise is failing, even though it had one of the, actually, I think the lowest rated season in RHONY history. But apparently it was canceled after an investigation into Ramona Singer's potentially racist behavior. Now, what's being said is just over a month after Bravo officially announced there would be no reunion, insiders are revealing that a third-party investigation was launched against Ramona after Eboni K. Williams accused her castmate of racism in a formal complaint filed before the reunion special was supposed to film. So according to a report from TMZ that came out on October 29th, Bravo decided to cancel the reunion after the investigation, which included interviews with the cast and production crew, and it led for the special to be pushed back on a number of occasions. One source explained that it was already a low-rated season, so they were wondering, and also the network had concerns about who would want to even tune in 3 months later. But also, Eboni reportedly felt that a comment that Ramona had made was racially motivated. She was ultimately cleared due to a lack of evidence to support the allegations. TMZ went on to say that Eboni's claims against Ramona weren't the only ones made against the longtime Real Housewives of New York cast member. In fact, Eboni was led to make her complaint after learning a production crew member, previously did the same and saw no change in her behavior. So after Eboni found out that a crew member made this complaint, a formal complaint, she decided, I'm going to make a complaint too. And honestly, at the end of the day, I was reading some comments where they're like, Eboni's just pushing to get Ramona fired. I don't believe that. I feel like we've seen Ramona say a lot of outlandish, ridiculous stuff on the show. It's not okay. It should be addressed. And if she's not going to stop doing it, like walking into a house and saying, oh my gosh, look at all these servants, look at the help. If she's not going to kind of evolve and get with the times and just be correct about her behavior and be aware, then yeah, she probably shouldn't have such a huge public platform. I don't think Eboni was like, let me see if I can't take Ramona down. But if she did feel uncomfortable in a situation and she felt like it was racially motivated, then she has every right to make a complaint. 100% she has every right. That's how I feel. If you guys think otherwise, go ahead, comment below. I always welcome your opinions and I love to hear what you have to say, but I don't think I'm wrong on this one. It was an interesting fact to learn that because of the reunion being canceled at the end of season 13, well, normally the housewives, the main housewives, Sonia, LUANN, and Ramona, they would have made $100,000 for filming the reunion. So that one day of filming turned into 3 different parts, they would have made about $100,000. And since the reunion was canceled, well, they lost a big chunk of change. At the end of the day, $100,000 is $100,000. That is a lot of fucking money to film one day for 12, 14 hours. I understand that's a long day, but my dad works 16, 18 hours a day climbing telephone poles, working his ass off, and he's not making $100,000. And I understand it's a different platform. I get it, but I'm saying, like, to sit there all glammed up, answer some tough questions, and know that you have to go in on each other and be like, Leah, you just wanted attention, and that's why you FaceTimed in the Shabbat dinner. Or Ramona, you shouldn't say help. Like, I understand that that is still a job, but come on, $100,000. But also, if I lost $100,000 and I wasn't able to film a reunion, I'd be a little bit pissed too, but I would want to know what the details are and why it was being canceled in the first place, if that makes sense. Now, we talked about this a little bit on Hot Messy Topics, where some of you guys were not believing the claims, but we heard during the launch of Dave Quinn's new book, Not All Diamonds and Rosé, Leah, Ramona, and LUANN showed up to support Dave Quinn, and also Eboni K. Williams showed up as well, but at a very different time. So what we're hearing is that they had a pact that they would show up early, and the minute Eboni walked in the door, they would exit. Well, that's exactly what they did. As soon as Eboni came in, they left, and it made it very obvious to a lot of the different housewives and people attending the event that, oh, okay, something's not right here. This is not a rumor, which I'm interested in learning more about, because Leah did talk in an interview recently and she said, listen, I haven't heard from Eboni. I haven't talked to her much. I hope she's doing okay, but no, I don't really keep in touch, which makes me wonder. I love that production casting, the network, they introduced Eboni as Leah's friend on season 13. Like, she sat down with Leah and we all thought that they were friends. And when I say we all thought, none of us thought, because we're all very well versed in the housewives world, but a lot of the fans thought that they were both friends. And obviously that's not the case. There was not a genuine friendship here. And that shows with Leah trying to be on LUANN and Ramona's side, which is probably not going to work in her favor. Because at the end of the day, the network is going to back Eboni, especially if she's filing a complaint saying that one of her cast members made a comment that's racially motivated. Yeah, they should back Eboni. That is not okay. And Eboni is going to come out on top of this one because she's entitled to her feelings about, you know, this person saying this to her. If that made her feel a certain way, she deserves to share it with the network, and that person should be investigated into. So I don't know why Leah is latching on to Ramona and LUANN, unless she just thinks, oh no, they're the OGs. If I latch onto them, then I'll be safe. But like I said, she said, I honestly haven't talked to her, haven't seen her, haven't heard too much from her. That's what she told Entertainment Tonight. Guys, I don't want to just give you all of this information without asking your opinions. What are your thoughts about all of this? And how do you feel about, you know, Ramona reportedly being fired ahead of season 14? Do you think it'll happen? Bethany leaked it out before saying, you know, she's about to be fired. She said this on her podcast, and Bethany has a lot of insight, a lot more insight than we do. So are you believing these rumors, or do you think it's all bullshit? This is not a Dumois rumor, okay? This is pretty legitimate. I think Ramona's last season was season 13, but go ahead, comment below. Give me all of your unfiltered opinions and let me have it. Guys, I appreciate the hell out of you. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed and hit that notification bell. Happy Halloween weekend. Be safe, be careful, check your candy. Don't do anything silly and drive. There are police everywhere and you shouldn't drive silly anyways, but just be aware, be careful, and lock your doors. There are some real creeps out there, obviously, as we've seen. Guys, I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.